This is a 2011 Challenger. It's how to service the clutch. In other words, drop the transmission. First things first, take out the exhaust. Start by unplugging all your O2 sensors. Then you're gonna take out the flange nuts. Okay. You're gonna move to the back, and as you can see, you got 6 hangers. 1, 2, and then 2 on both sides. This whole exhaust will drop down. After you get it down, obviously take out this heat shield, and that'll give you access to the whole drive shaft. Now you gotta take the drive shaft out. So I left this in to give you an example, but you wanna take out the front flange on both. To pry this off, you're gonna need to stick a pry bar in here and push back, and then tap right here with a hammer, because they have these little sleeves in here that get stuck. So pry, tap, rotate, pry, tap, eventually it'll all come out. Once this is loose and that's loose, take out the 2 bolts on the carrier bearing. 1, 2. You can lower that down, take out the whole drive shaft. Come to the back of the trans. As you see, you got a bolt here, and then you're gonna have 2 arms going here with a pin going in, 2 separate pins. So as you can see, that back bolt goes here, and the 2 pins go here. So that's the whole back of the trans right there. Now what you're gonna do is, you're gonna come over to your, transmission. You're gonna take out all these bolts going around, going into the bell housing up until here, because you're not gonna be able to get these 2. Okay, so you go all around the bottom as high as you can get. At this point, you still have this hooked up. You have a pole jack under the back. So take out the 4 13 mils from the bottom. Lower the pole jack a little bit, and you'll have access to these bolts right here. Just go right onto the back of the trans. Take them out, take this bracket out, slip your trans jack under. Now lower the trans a little more. Take out these 3 connectors, okay? And then with an extension, go from the back and get the top 2 14mm bolts. I don't know if I said it already, but you're gonna have a little, clip here. Pull the clip, wiggle the line out, cap the line. This transmission is completely disconnected. Now to actually get it out, you're gonna have a pin here and a pin here. Slip the screwdriver in, over here. Tap it a little bit, get it to separate. Once it starts separating a little bit, come to the back of the trans, wiggle it up and down. With your screwdriver, wiggle it back and forth. Once you get both pins popped, you can actually start trying to get this out. Now it's gonna fight you, it's gonna get stuck here. So you're gonna have like this much of a gap with the trans, and it's gonna feel stuck. But don't worry, just keep wiggling, keep pulling, it'll come out. Now that the trans is out, you'll have the bell housing still on the car. But you don't need to take the bell housing out to get the trans out. So might as well just leave it there, until you gotta do the clutch. So first you're gonna take out the starter. 1, 2, 3 long studs going towards the front of the motor, and this will slide out. Just prop it up to the side. On both sides of this, you're gonna have 2 bolts. One going here and one higher up, which I can't really point to. So you're gonna take out the starter, take out the 2 bolts on either side, and then I believe you have 4 on the bottom and 4 on top. So all the rest of them are going towards the front of the motor. These 4 are the only ones coming towards the back of the car. So up there you're gonna have, let me focus, you're gonna have 3 studs with nuts on them. So take off the nuts, 13mm, and then you can take out the studs, 14mm. All of these are 14mm. Only these 3 have nuts on them. After the bell housing comes out, then you got to take out the pressure plate, and that is straightforward. Obviously, you take out all your surrounding bolts. Careful, because this thing is fucking heavy. You slide it out. You can see all these secondary holes. These are pins, which you can see on the drive shaft. Okay, so slip the screwdriver in there and lightly pry off, and this whole thing will free up. The clutch is behind it, and Yeah, now the trans is out. You can service your clutch, put it all back together, call it a day.